Shut up, listen up, everybody, what up? Gonna put it in a podcast, but what's up? We talk, we laugh, we sing, we dance, we'll do anything if you give us a chance. We'll play one time, it'll help us out. All truth, no lies, no, it's never a doubt. If you like rants, tirades, and honest opinions, we shoot from the hip and we hear with precision. Give us one chance to play Opinion Bros podcast.
This is the greatest song in the world.
Are you recording?
Tribute. Yes.
This is just that. We're gonna get two.
Nah,
like
Jack Black is cool, man. Jack Black is a freaking monster.
Jack Black is gonna be like, you motherfucker! I'm gonna.
No, he's.
I made the tribute.
Yeah. Well, this is a tribute to the tribute.
Yeah.
Sorry, just listening to some Tenacious D. Hi, everybody. This is Armando, and welcome to a whole new episode of Los Pina Bros podcast. I'm here with my baby bro,
Mr. Pina Zombie.
and yeah, we're just here fighting off a cold, which I'm pretty sure my kids gave us. Albert or Alberto 333 is not here. He is it was his birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Betty.
Happy birthday.
And, so he is taking some time off. He got a new puppy.
Brulee.
How come he got a puppy and like I got the cold? I got the phlegm. I don't like that. It's not fair. It's not fair. I don't like it.
I mean, you can go get a puppy if you have like $2,000.
Yeah. No, screw that. I posted pictures of that puppy and I was like, guess who got a puppy? Because it was on April Fool's. But man, no, that I cannot get a pet. Not until the kids are grown up and leave the house. But since they're Mexican, they're always gonna stay at the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're here. We're just chilling. Alex is playing Gotham Knights. How's it going with it? You're playing Robin, the best Robin.
The best Robin.
Tim Drake.
Yeah, it was a fine game. I mean, I was expecting it to be garbage, so any good thing about it makes it really fun. Tim Drake is fine. I don't know.
I don't know. Have you played the other characters? Have you seen like how they compare?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only gonna play Robin. I mean, he's fine. They make him. I think the animated series is the only one that really knew how to make him. Or whoever wrote that one where he's with when he's in the new city by himself or whatever.
Does he go to Blue Haven?
I don't know where he goes. I think he's in Blue Haven for a bit. Yeah, he's there with Cassandra Cain at one point. That one's good.
The second Batgirl. Some might argue the best Batgirl.
Yeah, that's Batgirl hands down.
I'm half.
This one's good.
Oh, this is the 1 year later.
Yeah,
Adam Beachman is a good writer. I like his writing.
Isn't Adam Beachman an actor?
Beechin?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a Beachman. Freddie Williams. Yeah. No, this is good. I like this. But
they need I think they miss out on his attitude a lot. They always make it from a lot of new things that I've seen him. He's always he's too innocent and oh, I'm so sorry. I want to do better. And Robin knows he can do better. He's aware of that. He found out Batman's secret identity by himself. He's smart. He's tactical. He can hack into anything. He can lie to Batman. He can do all of these cool things. He's not sure, of course he loves validation from the Batman. I mean, that's awesome. But he's not going to be oh, I hope everyone's okay. Oh, I don't want to hurt anyone.
I think when people write him, they mistake his just because he's young, they're well, he must be naive. But he's not. The whole thing about him is that he's the smartest kid in the room. And he's 2-3 steps ahead of you already, thinking of ways to take you down if he has to, because he's not the strongest, he's not the fastest, but he will outsmart everybody in the room, and that's what makes him scary. Is that he's like Batman, but Batman took years to become great at everything and all the prep time, and Robin's already doing it at he said he became superhero at what, 13 or whatever.
Yeah.
So there you go. But he's cool in the game, or
no? I mean that's they still write him really sometimes you'd save a cop and he's you would do the same for me. I hope. What are you talking about?
Why do you sound like that?
Like he wouldn't talk like that. Like I don't know. Like the thing about him is I think he's also the most like grounded one. Like he knows everybody's like he knows what he can do and what others can do. Like he wouldn't if he's fighting Cassandra Cain, and even in the comics, he knows he can't beat her. Like he's aware
He's a
of
better
that.
fighter.
Yeah, he has that calculated already. So his thing is like, let me figure out another way to get out of said situation. But like if it's Dick or Jason or Damien trying to fight Cassandra, they will believe with all their heart that they can take her down.
Can take her down.
Because they're like, oh, well, I'm this person. He understands and he knows everyone's limitations and stuff. Like, he's smart. He's not going to say, I hope you'll help me too. No, he's not an idiot. He's not a little child.
I don't think he's making him an idiot. It's just that they make him naive because he's the second youngest.
Yeah, but he's an idiot to be naive.
Yeah.
He's the world's greatest detective, Junior.
But yeah, that was our Robin rant for today.
Yeah.
That was a great episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's Easter. Yeah, well, that does the phlegm, man. It creeps up on you. But yeah, no. Today we were gonna talk about Shazam, but we figure we do these things. We talk about what we've seen. But there was a bunch of trailers that came out this week. Actually, or was it 2 days ago? Yeah, Monday. We're already on Wednesday. So thank you. Which one do you want to talk about first? Blue Beetle or Spider-Man?
I don't know. Go ahead. And they're both Mexicans.
They're both, yeah. Well, yeah, They both have Mexicans in there, and a Puerto Rican, or half Puerto Rican, and I guess yeah. Well, we had Blue Beetle, which was our first preview into the character Jaime Reyes, which is the third Blue Beetle in the comics. Probably the most popular.
Yeah, I think so.
I think like
because he's Spider-Man-ish.
He's basically he's like a teenager. He finds this alien, scarab, and he basically turns into the Guyver, like a Power Ranger. He gets this armor, whatever he thinks of, he can create, like weapons, sonic disruptors, giant freaking anime blades, which look badass at the end of the trailer when there's like you can do whatever you want, and then first thing he does that Final Fantasy like sword. Yeah, and so that it looked cool. This was supposed to be an HBO Max exclusive, but they threw more money at it.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they're like, this. I mean, we got Xolo Maridueña playing Jaime Reyes, which is great. That kid is I think gonna be, he keeps getting better. He's one of my favorite actors on Cobra Kai.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And so I'm glad that he gets to play a superhero, and I think this is the first Mexican superhero we get on screen in like forever, if not the first one. I can't even think of another one.
Mexican superhero?
Yeah, like a Mexican superhero like headlining his own movie.
Oh, headline, yeah.
Yeah, like so. I mean, if you guys haven't seen the trailer, check it out. It looks fun. George Lopez is in that as the crazy uncle. Yeah. I like how the family seems to be part of like his adventure.
Yeah, that's cool.
So there's no secret identity. Like the parents are like, "What the hell? What's going on?" The trailer had a bunch of Easter eggs in there. They showed the costumes to the original 2 Blue Beetles. They mentioned Batman. So this wasn't something James Gunn made or was part of his DC universe or whatever, but it is going to be the first after the Flash resets the timeline or whatever. So. And I guess it's so self-contained that it doesn't step on the toes of what James Gunn and Safran are planning to do with the DC universe going forward. But the costume is practical, and the fact that they pulled it off, I think I told you I was like, what the? They did it! Like it looks nice.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good.
It looks like when Iron Man first came out, and he actually had the practical suit opposed to like the CGI stuff. I like that they animate the eyes though to make it like just like Spider-Man or Deadpool, like it moves and stuff. He doesn't. His face is like basically looks like Spider-Man's face or Deadpool, like it covers his mouth. But usually in the comics and in the games, you can see his mouth. Do you think?
Oh.
Do you think that it would have been weird to animate? It would have to be animated. It probably would have looked like blackface, which is probably a good thing that they did.
Face.
Yeah, black and blue face, which probably is a good idea they didn't do that.
But I don't know. I mean, maybe they could make it work. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to see it. Does anyone else move their mouth? I mean, Deadpool kind of.
Batman Beyond has that mask too, where it's like it's a mask, but it covers his whole face, but you can see his mouth move. So, or at least he can open his mouth.
He can open it because he has like white there, doesn't he? Sometimes, like when he's in pain.
Batman?
Beyond, yeah.
Yeah.
When he was like I think you can see white.
Well, yeah, you can see his
Like his
teeth.
teeth.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, he has his mouth. You can. So it's like a weird mask thing because it covers his lips, but you can see the inside of his mouth or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool. He looks. Yeah, it looks like some anime character come to life. They didn't show really who the bad guys were. So I don't know. I mean, it looks interesting. It still kind of looks like it was. You can tell it was gonna be straight to like streaming because some of the shots you can tell the way it's lit has that like very shiny. I think someone mentioned it looked like We Can Be Heroes, like that type.
We
of
can be heroes.
that type of vibe. But it looks good.
Yeah, it looks fun. I mean, I don't like. Yeah, as long as it's fun and a good time, then it should be. It looks good. It looks good. I think they just need a couple of wins in their.
After Shazam, which we'll talk about later. We'll talk about Shazam. That'll be our big point. But yeah, they do need a win. And Latinos, I'm talking to you guys. If you want to see more representation, you guys got to go see Blue Beetle. You want Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern. You want Kyle Rayner. You want
Bat Hombre.
El Bat Hombre. Yeah, El Guacho, I think is his name. Yeah, if you want to see more Latino characters represented on screen, it's like, look, they're giving us a superhero. We should go check it out. But yeah, looks good. I'm excited. It comes out in August. Probably see it in theaters.
August?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that's usually like it's dead air, but maybe it'll work to its advantage. Maybe there isn't a lot of stuff going on in August. But
except for maybe Disney stuff.
I thought you were gonna say maybe these nuts. I think that's what you're gonna say. Yeah. Maybe these. But yeah. Well, then let's jump into which I thought was a great trailer was the new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Across the
Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse. Ooh, Peter. That was my rendition of Across the Universe.
Oh.
Is it Across the Universe or is it Into the Spider-Verse?
Across the Spider-Verse.
It's Across the Spider-Verse? Yeah. What's the last one called? Because this is the first part of a 2-part movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh. Well, it looked good. Miles looks cool. It looks like it's a few years later. We get to see like
Into
thousands.
the Spider-Verse is the third one.
Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, what's the first one called then?
Isn't it just called Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man? Yeah, what is it called? No, the first one has to be called Into the Spider-Verse. Isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, it's a Spider-Verse movie. Anyway, basically there's a tons of freaking Spider-Man from different universes. We get another Latino. We got 2 Latinos. We got Miles Morales, who's half Puerto Rican, half African American. He's the main character. He looks like he's coming into his own. Looks great. Not a big fan of the new suit, I don't think. It looks streamlined, which is cool, but it doesn't have a lot. Like, it doesn't have webs on it. So I kind of like the one he had in the first one.
Yeah, the first one. I mean, the first one was just perfect.
Yeah,
perfect
I was telling you that after I had seen it a couple of weeks ago, and I feel like it can knock out Spider-Man 2 as the best Spider-Man movie. It keeps that movie keeps getting better, and it's not even just a good superhero movie. It's just a great movie all around.
Spider-Man 2 is a great movie all around.
It is my favorite Spider-Man movie, but Into the Spider-Verse, I think. Man, I don't know. And if the first one won an Academy Award, so that tells you how good it is.
It did?
Yeah.
The best animated movie? But animation is not a genre.
It's not a genre. Yes. But it's the one. And I'm excited for this. Miguel, Spider-Man 2099, is coming out. He's like the leader of all these new Spider-Mans. They seem pissed off
and women's.
No, there's all love for my Spider Women's out there.
And robots or whatever.
And yeah. We're not gonna be racist to robots. Spider robots.
Do you even know what robot stands for?
It stands for it's
Russian for slave.
What? Is it?
Yeah, it comes from the word robotnik. It's Russian for slave. It's from
Is it from Sonic?
well, I guess that's why they call him robotnik, but it's from the World's End. Like, do you even know what robot means? Yeah, it's like, hello there, I'm a robot. It's like, no.
No, man, that movie's good too.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
We should do one where we talk about all three of them, or we should just do each one. It's just I love all those movies.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, no, I don't know. What did you think? Anything stand out from that Spider-Man one?
I mean, it looks awesome. It looks good. I think the only thing I'm kind of disappointed at is I feel like it's just. It feels kind of like the Tom Holland one, like the No Way Home. Like all of us are coming after you, and like, well, Tom Holland's like, I can't kill anyone. We can have a world where everyone's alive, and this is that story, the same. Well, because it sounds like it, right? Like, oh,
yeah, they didn't. I mean, they don't show what the actual story is, other than like the bad guy's gonna be the Spot, and he's like interdimensional type of guy. But it looks like Miles is going to be given a choice, like do the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few? So, and it's like, if you know, everybody who knows Spider-Man knows Uncle Ben dies. Like, that's a given, and that's basically what launches Spider-Man to be Spider-Man. You know, his death is what shows him great power, great responsibility. Miles hasn't, like, he lost, I guess, maybe the first Spider-Man. He saw him die.
No, well, he lost his uncle too.
He did lose his uncle. You're right. So what the hell? So I don't know. But the way they're making this one look is like, it looks like one of your parents is going to die, and you have to let it happen in order for the universe to continue. And he's like, no, I can do, like, I can do both. Yeah.
So that's the only thing is, like, I've seen this story where he's like, I could save everyone. And he has saved everyone. I mean, even in Spider-Man 1 with the Green Goblin, choose!
Yeah. Mary Jane or the children. And it's like, I can do both.
Yeah, like he can do both. He can do both. And like, I think he always does that. Spider-Man always does that. In any rendition, he always saves both, except for Andrew Garfield, because he couldn't save.
Hey, even comic book Spider-Man couldn't save Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
And technically, he's the one that
Stan Lee killed her because he was just late to work that day.
Yeah, depending on what version you heard or whatever.
But yeah, I don't. So, like, if that's the story, then whatever. I'm not that into it, but everything else looks awesome. I mean, it looks great. Everything looks great. I mean, Miles is awesome. He's an awesome character. I like more Miles in here than I did in the comic books. I didn't care for him too much in the comic books from what I've read. But he's awesome here, and it has all the people. It has Armored Spider-Man. What more do you want?
What about
Armored Spider-Man?
I'll see your Armored Spider-Man and raise you a Spider-Man Unlimited.
Spider-Man Unlimited.
One of the worst shows, but I still like the animation and that Armored Spider. You keep bringing her up. Why do you keep bringing that rat woman up?
Because she's hilarious.
She's disgusting. Not because she's a woman, because she's a rat. Okay, I don't care. She's always trying to like get up on Spider-Man, and it's
and then they have the Taurus guy. Hey, Spider-Man, I'm cop guy.
Yeah, that's how he talks. Just like, I'm a bull. Yeah, that I don't know. It looks good. Miguel looks just very angry. Mexican Spider-Man. And they bulked him up because when you see him in the
Mexican Irish Spider-Man.
Mexican Irish, yeah,
Peruvian.
Well, I mean, he's being taught by Oscar Isaac.
Is he Peruvian?
You know, people always tell me, "Man, do you know Oscar Isaac looks like you?"
Who says that?
Everybody says that. You didn't hear? You didn't know that? No, everybody is like, hey, like, you sexy, then you look like Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
So it's like,
he's Guatemalan.
Guatemalan.
Yeah, he does sound super angry.
Yeah, he's like, you don't get it. He's just like, he's pissed off. You ever hear where I guess Pedro Pascal went to go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and because Oscar Isaac told him to watch, he's like, dude, I'm in the movie, and he's like, and I'm watching the movie, then the credits come out, and it says like, man, Oscar Isaac, and I'm like, who the hell did he play?
Yeah,
and he's like, and I think he didn't even stay for the after credits. Like, I come out after the credits. I'm the Spider-Man from the future, and he's like, oh, I left. Like, I didn't know who you were. But yeah, those two guys are pretty funny together. But that looks good. That comes out in June, I think.
Yeah, it looks great. It's the only Spider-Man movies that have come out in recent years, right?
Well, they do mention your buddy Tom Holland, and speaking of angry Mexican Irish Spider-Man, he's like, I guess the cartoon takes place within the greater multiverse, including like the MCU. And they reference Spider-Man No Way Home, where they're like, don't even get me started with Doctor Strange and that little nerd from Earth 1999, which I thought was funny, because I especially thought it was funny. The first thing I thought was you. It's like, yeah, call Tom Holland out for
his terrible Spider-Man movies.
They're not terrible.
Yes, they are. As Spider-Man movies, they're terrible. Everyone else needs to carry.
There are good things from those movies.
Hard.
They're not my favorite.
Michael Keaton's like, I'll carry the movie.
Yeah, you want to get nuts?
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah,
I got it. And then Jake Gyllenhaal's like, I'll carry it.
Yeah, I'll carry it. I'll do it.
Fine. You know. I got it. And they did. They carried hard as hell. And then Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were just like, step aside.
Andrew Garfield stole that damn movie from everybody. He whipped that whole movie from underneath everybody.
Yeah, he's great. He definitely deserves Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, at this point.
I mean, he's always deserved it.
I didn't like him in the beginning, but it's because it was like, and I know Tobey was already like 40 when he made the first Spider-Man movie, but I gave him a pass. I think I hated the fact that when they rebooted it, it was like only 10 years. It was only like a few years after the third one.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, he's back in high school. And by that point, we're like, our suspension of disbelief. I'm like, he's 27. Like, we're gonna do this again, that he's in high school? Like, have the adult Spider-Man. I just want to see Spider-Man's that. Cool. Like, I was never there for the teenage Spider-Man. Like, even in the cartoons from the 90s, he was already in college.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah.
Mary Jane. Yeah, Prince Eric better come out and Across the
Spider-Verse. Oh yeah, you were talking about. Well, if they're gonna bring, they might as well bring the '90s one, Spectacular. Well, they NPH. They should bring all of them back. But I'm sure if they're in there.
Oh, Nicolas Cage isn't in here, right?
I don't think he's in this one. No.
Or Mulroney, Spider-Ham.
No. I don't think they're in this one, or at least maybe they're saving them for the second part, because, like I said, it was supposed to be one movie, and they realized that like the scope of what they were trying to do was just way too big, so they split it into two, which is what everybody does now. Ever since Harry Potter did it, everybody's like, "Oh, we gotta make the last one into two movies."
Harry Potter.
Speaking of, did you hear? Well, that was it. Do you have anything else for Spider-Man?
No. It looks great. Go watch it. Everybody watch it. If you don't watch it, I don't know what you're doing with your life. It's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Man, we haven't had a good Spider-Man movie since the last Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah,
and then before that was probably Amazing Spider-Man 1.
You know what? I don't hate Amazing Spider-Man 2. I know a lot of people don't like that.
Electro's terrible.
He's good in the Tom Holland one.
Yeah, he's good in there. Everybody's good in there except for the three. Tom Holland and Genki. Oh, the MJ.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
They can all eat it.
Yeah. I'm fine with them.
Who cares?
I'm fine with them. But yeah, did you hear that they're gonna apparently they're gonna reboot Harry Potter again? HBO Max is gonna do one, if it goes. I think it's supposed to be one book per season. How many books are there? 8 books?
7 books.
7 books. So they're because they own the rights. They have nothing else. They have nothing else to do. Nobody's watching those, Fantastic Beasts.
They're good because they shouldn't.
They shouldn't. Those movies are bad. Those movies are bad.
I've only seen the.
I don't even like. The first one was boring.
But the only good part was the Balls of Fury guy. That guy's awesome.
Oh yeah, that guy's a great actor. The second one I don't remember. Third one I thought it was like okay, but it was because I saw it free on HBO Max. So I was like, whatever.
The only reason I appreciate those movies is because Colin Farrell's come out and Jude Law's come out, and I like those people. So them having work is a good time.
Yeah,
but
good.
Fantastic Beasts, man, I can't forgive Eddie Redmayne because he won the Oscar for sitting on a chair.
Oh wow, hot take.
They should have gone to Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I still feel bad when you see him like about to like stand up and it's like, oh no, didn't call my name.
He should have totally won. That doesn't make any sense. He's Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but guess what Michael Keaton has that Eddie Redmayne doesn't have. Michael Keaton is bad
acting talent.
Oh. Well, yeah, that too. No, I don't know. I can't hate on Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie
From those
Redmayne has
movies-
one face.
From those
And that's
movies,
it.
he's doing his best Matt Smith impression. And
But
not
that's
doing
why
great.
we were graced enough to have a Matt Smith.
Yeah. I wish we had Matt Smith. That guy's great. Well, I
Really?
guess he's in the House of the Dragon, so we can watch
He's
him
in
there.
Morbius.
He's a oh shit, he is right. He's the best friend, the crippled best breast friend.
Yeah.
We all
Who
wish
doesn't
we
even
had
have a
best
name?
friends. Oh yeah, they've gave him like the name of like a
Someone
dead kid.
else?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like okay, that's man.
There's
I hope
another person-
I hope Jared Leto got his neck bit in that movie. Then just,
Yeah, he needs to sit down too.
just sit down.
Just sit down.
Um,
You've done your job. You did Requiem. You don't need to do anything else.
Yeah,
Like,
you did. Yeah, you did.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers Club.
You don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, don't
Just sit down.
stay away from Joker. Stay away from
Stay
Joker.
away from anything that you think you need to send rats to people
Yeah.
and park in
And
the
use-
handicap spots.
And use condos. Yeah, because he's like, well, my character can't walk, so neither can I, so I get to park there. Of course. Privilege.
Jesus Christ.
But it was Morbin time, so it's okay.
More.
Did
You know, that movie actually probably would have been great.
you see
if
it?
Yeah, I
You
saw
saw it, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Like from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I think I saw it up to the part where he goes to get bit by the bats or something.
Who knows? That movie, I mean, it was sucked, but I think it would have done very well if it came out like in 96.
Well, isn't that weird how all these movies that are coming, like the Venom movies, feel like they're 90s movies? Like a lot of movies now have that 90s. Like Black Adam felt like it was 2001.
Yeah, that Venom felt like it came out right. Like someone saw The Matrix and they were like, let's make a movie that kind
It
of
feels
looks
like that movie would have come out the same year as Armageddon. Like around that time, like that type of movie. It's like, or like Spawn, when Spawn came out in 97.
Spawn's awesome though, because Michael J. White's the best.
He's pretty cool. And so is John Leguizamo.
Oh yeah.
But that movie sucks.
You don't have the guts.
But yeah, you happy Harry Potter then? No.
No, man. Why don't they just make another thing?
Well, that's
for
what I
him?
was, because there's no books, I guess, and so, but they own the rights. I think they're, I don't know what they're called because I'm not that big into Harry Potter, and I don't even think I've read any of the books.
You don't know what they're called.
Don't they have cops that are like wizards? Aren't they like Aurorians? Like they're basically wizard cops. Like they go fight. Like why don't you do that? Why don't you do a cop show about freaking wizards? And instead of like just shooting red and blue magic at each other, make them do spells, man. Be creative.
They don't know how to.
It's like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness or whatever. They try to make some interesting things with his magic. Did it succeed? Maybe not as much, but at least they try to make something different when he's like fighting with musical notes.
Yeah, that could have been cool, but it wasn't that cool.
But yeah, it's like, do something. Make a face.
Yeah,
Pull your pants down. But do something.
Couldn't find work as a rodeo clown.
Yeah. But that's it. What's another thing I heard? Oh, this I was just talking to Alexa because I have no other friends.
Yeah.
And Alexa told me that Moana is 6 years old. And The Rock came out the same day that they announced the Blue Beetle movie or the trailer. They showed the trailer. The Rock comes out saying that they're making Moana the live action movie, starring himself as Moana.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I like that song. I like The Rock in that movie.
That movie's good. It's a good movie. It's almost the Mad Max Fury Road. They just do in the sense that they just the plot is that simple. She just has to go from point A to point B, then it comes back to point A and then goes back to point B. So there you go. But yeah, I just thought, I was like, really? The movie's not even like old. Like we're barely getting Little Mermaid live action movie. Not that I think we should get one, but I did see the trailer to that one. I didn't hate it. Halle Bailey seems like a nice kid. Although I was also thinking, like, is she just gonna play every underwater character? Because she played one of those fish Navis in
Navis.
She played like that sexy fish Navi that likes the main character's Navi son.
Mm-hmm. Sam Worthington?
Yeah, Sam Worthington.
Sam Worthington?
Yeah, there you go. See, but yeah, I was like, why Moana? Like, I don't understand. Like, at this point, they're just. What was the other one we said they should make? At this point, make the shitty ones into live action ones. The Home on the Range about the stupid.
No one wants
Have Roseanne come back. She can talk the stupid cow that she talked in that 90s
damn,
movie.
The stupid cow. Jesus.
That movie
Roseanne,
sucked.
you're a stupid cow.
Wow, I
Jesus
didn't say. Oh, wow.
Christ.
Well, I mean, she says stupid shit too, but we're not talking about that. But yeah, like, what are they gonna do? Mouse Detective, The Rescuer. Oh, fuck. I'm just giving them ideas. Like, I'm just one of their.
The Great Mouse Detective would be awesome though. If you had like Mark Strong play the Great Mouse Detective, I'd watch the shit out of that.
Yeah, we did say if Gore Verbinski does it, I think it would be pretty good. Yeah, well, Mark Strong, you left. We were watching Mystery Date too the other day.
Oh yeah,
Mystery Date, murder mystery with Adam Sandler. It's not as good as the first one. I actually like the first one quite a bit. But Mark Strong awesome? He's funny. He has some good fight scenes in there. That was okay. It's on Netflix. If you want to watch it. Or don't. It's not like Adam Sandler needs your money, but screw it. If you have nothing to do, watch it. Yeah,
watch a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
He's awesome. Adam Sandler's great.
Yeah, I love Adam Sandler. Jennifer Aniston's always good.
Yeah, she's good.
But yeah, that's it. I mean, are you happy? You're happy? I was telling you that I think The Rock was kind of showing desperation and like announcing that, like, because Black Adam failed, and I just thought it was so weird that it came out on the heels of the Blue Beetle DC movie, and he's not part of DC anymore. Look, I love The Rock. I enjoy a lot of his movies, but I just like, dude, why?
I mean, I don't think it was like him who decided to do that. Like, I'm sure Disney's like, go,
yeah,
go
do it.
And The Rock's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
And like, I don't dislike The Rock. I just don't care for his movies anymore. Yeah, he's doing what he needs to do, right? He's getting paid.
He's getting paid.
Man. He's hustling. I like, it's fine. You know, he knows that he can't be making movies forever, so he's gonna make as many movies as he can. He's already
in his like mid-50s.
So yeah, I mean, it makes sense that he's making all. I don't care to watch the same character across 30 movies in the same year.
It's just
I'm tired of him just being the same character he always is.
Yeah, I hope he does.
Stop acting. I mean, Dave Bautista is more like, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, now I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna try different things.
I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be like, he's doing everything, and that's someone who's actively acting.
He's trying to stretch, his muscles, his acting muscles. The Rock is comfortable, I think, doing what he does best. He knows, what demographic he gets. He knows.
But he used to act.
Yeah, there was something about him when he seemed hungrier back then.
Yeah,
like he was out there, like the Rundown.
He was willing to put everything on the line for it. Like he was even good in that stupid ass garbage movie. Well, Be Cool or whatever. Be Cool.
That movie sucked, but
he was the best part.
He was the best,
movie.
But he was hilarious in that movie.
Yeah, he killed it. So that's what I miss from him. Like in Hustle and Flow, like, look, Skinny Black, I just want you to come back home.
Yeah,
just come back home, The Rock. Come back and do something that makes you act.
Yeah, I think he needs to maybe get out of his safe zone and do something a little different. And it's not like, even if he quote unquote fails at it, like if he does some indie, he's still The Rock at the end of the day. He still has his tequila brand, his sports drinks, he has everything. So I just I want him to just step out of his comfort zone, do something different. Like, I saw you did Moana already,
Yeah.
Like, maybe if it was somebody like, I don't know, like the guy who talks Jafar in Aladdin, and he got to do it in live action. Someone who normally doesn't get to do that. It's like, but you're The Rock already, and you already did that. But if it makes you happy, fine, do it. It's gonna get you paid, I know. But I just, do a little something different. I'd like to see. But what else? You've been reading anything interesting? You had like a bunch of Garth Ennis books you got.
Oh yeah, I read Batman, Reptilian.
Garth Ennis hates superheroes, by the way.
Yeah.
He hates all superheroes. He's always writing. He's the guy that created The Boys and Preacher. But he's a great, hilarious writer.
Yeah. Reptilian was good. There's a villain, possibly a new villain, going around and basically killing or maiming all the rogues gallery of Batman. And Batman is just a piece of crap. He's such an ass. But it's great. I mean, it's a fun... Like, if you don't appreciate or get Garth Ennis humor, then you probably will find it as like it's a terrible read.
Would it be out of the realm to say that he's like, and he's an absurdist, right? Like what he writes is absurd. Like it's meant to be absurd. Like it's almost grotesque and absurd because it's meant to be funny. It's like Black Gallows humor or whatever.
And when it's superhero stuff, yeah, for sure. Like when he wants to be serious, he can be serious as shit.
Like his war.
Yeah, his war stories are all like they're really good. Like whatchamacallit was Red Rover Charlie is like extreme. That's one of my favorite reads from him.
Is that the dog one?
Yeah, like it's great. Crossed is great. And like the thing, like he doesn't, even though he created Crossed, I think his stories are a lot more grounded than like the other people who write Crossed. And like other people do like some stupid, like, oh, this is sick for the sake of being sick, and it's like Garth Ennis is probably the most like
he even follows his own rules, I guess. Like it's like if they're gonna do something vile, it'll be up to this point. Whereas I think by the spin-offs, they're just trying to top each other. Like, what's the grossest thing I can do?
Yeah,
and get away with.
That's exactly, yeah. It looks like they're always trying to see like, oh, I'm gonna write the nastiest one. Like, okay, but that's not the point. Like, at the end of the day, Garth Ennis' stories are about like humanity and like what people mean to each other and like their relationships with everything. Like Preacher is about basically how much love someone can have for like their soulmate, like Jesse with Tulip, and how much love he can have for his best friend, who might be a piece of shit at all times. But like that's his best friend, so he'll do whatever he can for him.
We've all had one of those.
And then it's like it's also the like human. It's a very human story because it's like, what if the person who created you left?
Yeah.
And like he left his job and he's still asking you
talking
to do
about
yours.
God.
Like that's such a great story. I'm gonna go beat the shit out of God and put him back in his place. That's a great story. But like all of the stories are usually about like the humanity, and Crossed is very like about the humanity, and it just everyone else like, oh, let me write the most. So this person is gonna have sex with this girl, and then he's gonna turn her into a cross, and then she's gonna eat him.
Yeah.
What? Like why? It doesn't push the story forward. He uses the grotesqueness and the gore to either push the story forward or make you laugh during a serious situation, like throwing a hot pizza at a Russian.
Yeah. Or that thing where I don't even know what it was. Was it the 6 or whatever?
Section 8.
Section 8, where there was this
the grappler.
Yeah, there was a scene where Batman gets a ticket by like a black cop. And then he's like, seriously, you people, and it's like, whoa, what? And it's like, no, that is not what I meant. I meant the cops. Like, you people, I am not racist. Like, yeah, right, buddy, we get this a lot. Like what the like, you'll never see that in like a mainstream like Batman book. Like he tends to knock everybody down a peg, you know.
But see, like even that, like I was reading that, and it was just making fun of like the entire Justice League, like the main ones. And honestly, I think that even that comic had like a really like heart like felt section or whatever, because the main guy, Six Pack, is like, maybe I'm not a superhero and like you're all in my head and like I've created you, because why would you always find and chase the Joker down? Why are you always fighting the same villains and taking them back to jail? Like, it doesn't make sense. If this was real, none of this would make sense. Someone would go to jail and they'd stay in jail. They wouldn't come out and cause another crime, and you wouldn't go and take them back. Like, it's a
revolving door.
It's so like fake. It seems so. It wouldn't be real.
It's like, tune in next week when Batman follows up with the Joker.
Yeah, and then you see him, Six Pack, who is a drunkard, as like that's his superpower. He's a drunk. Like you see him, he's like just a homeless person, and he's laying down. And then Superman has like one of the greatest lines in there too. One of the, like, he's like, because he's talking to Six Pack like he would talk to anybody. This is why Superman's the best, because he respects every single life on the planet. And he's talking to Six Pack, and he's just like, well, like, continue, like, go ahead, like, it might just be a drunken like rant to everyone else, but Superman's willing to help him out and hear him out. And he's like, well, go ahead and like continue. And so he says that like, maybe you guys are all faking in my head. And Superman's like, well, if that's the case, let me thank you for making us all the way that we are. That's awesome. Yeah. That's so good.
Mhm.
Like, damn, for some, like, that 6-pack can be any drunk homeless person. It could be anyone, period. And to have created a superhero like Superman who's just righteous and good and awesome and, like, kind, that's great. Humanity created these superheroes.
Yeah.
So even if we're, like, drunks and pieces of shits, we can create something beautiful. And
Yeah.
I think, like, Garth Ennis, there's no reason for him to do it.
Yeah.
It could have just been a comedy, but, like, that made, like, damn, that's awesome. That's really good.
Yeah.
Garth Ennis is the best.
There you go.
He's the best.
So what was the name of that one? That was called
Section 8.
Section 8 by DC.
I don't know how they let him get away with it.
He's Garth Ennis. He was on Vertigo for Preacher, and that made him DC. That made DC like put it on the map in the 90s.
That's true.
So
Batman Reptilian 2 was supposed to. I think I told you it was supposed to be Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon.
Yeah,
but Steve Dillon passed away.
Yeah, man. A lot of artists have been passing away. It's insane. Like, yeah, Carlos Pacheco, George Perez, Tim Sale, all within like a year. It's just like, dang, and even more. Even there's been more people that have passed away that I'm forgetting. But yeah. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Or you want to just go straight into?
We might have to take a break.
Yeah, we do have to. So what's it called? Spotify bought whatever Anchor. So now we're on a different app. So I think Betin said that we don't get the what's it called anymore. We don't have ads like we used to do the Anchor one or whatever. I mean, we still get my ow shit. I just got like stabbed in my arm. Monetary money. Well, which by the way, thank you guys, because
Thank you.
we have been the Resident Evil playthrough that we did was, I think, one of our highest episodes, and then the Creed one is sneaking up on there. So thank you for listening to that. Hopefully you guys watched it. Hopefully you guys played those games there and watched those movies and liked it. But yeah, let's take a quick break real quick. I said quick twice.
Oh, real quick break.
Quick. And then we'll be right back and talk about Shazam.
Ready?
I'm ready. You ready? Probably shouldn't have eaten that Sour Patch. Because of the phlegm and it's all sugary.
I want to grow up. I want a Sour Patch Kid. Wait.
You know they have Toys R Us is back. They're at
Toys R Me, mother.
yeah. Oh, R.I.P. Lance Reddick.
Reddick, the best.
Rest in peace, King. Rest in power.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Toys R Us is back. It's at the Macy's over there in downtown. I went there the other day to find some, like, they were doing this thing for the kids. Oh, what they want to be when they grow up. Trying to find like a firefighter outfit for Gabriel, but they didn't have anything. Because I guess you have to be a Toys R Us kid, and Toys R Us kids don't want to grow up.
Oh.
So maybe that's why they didn't have any fire suits.
I thought you were gonna say are all dead.
Yeah, well, all those kids from those commercials probably did a lot of cocaine from those from Jeffrey Giraffe.
I want you to smoke a line off of my neck. That's the longest line.
Jeez. I want to see that movie. Yeah, I can't even open the Swedish Fish. But yeah, we're gonna talk about Shazam. We promised you we were gonna talk about Shazam during our Creed episode, but that one took a lot. And it was already, I think we've been talking for like 40 minutes already. But yeah, what's it called? I didn't do anything to the Swedish Fish. The packet won't open. You know?
Sometimes.
I'm gonna see. I always hate using my teeth to open packets. It always like gives me the. It's not even a word. It's just like. I don't like it. I don't like doing it.
Yeah, Robin Williams is the best.
Are they making
Robin Williams?
They shouldn't.
Yeah, they should. I thought I heard.
No one can be Robin Williams.
Yep.
There's some guy that was trying to act like him. I mean, he does a good impression of him, but it's like, but why? No, just leave him be. Leave him be. You know, he made us laugh. He made us cry. He was great. And he wouldn't slap anybody in the face. But
that was.
But we're not talking.
I mean,
that was the genie.
Yeah.
But Shazam. It's been about a month since it's come out already.
Shazam. Yeah.
And yeah, that poor effing movie, man. it probably the biggest bomb of this year. And I mean, sure, we're still pretty early in the year, but I think
I don't know what happened. I really don't know where's that hate coming from.
I don't know. Did you like it?
Yeah, I don't think it was the best movie ever, but I think it was a good movie. I think it was fine. Like it did a lot of things right. I think it needed more. My problem is I think it needs a lot more fights. I want to see Shazam fight somebody, and he didn't really like. It's more him throwing stuff,
Yeah,
and him like
catching
lightning
stuff
powers.
and lightning powers. Yeah.
I want to see him go toe to toe. Like I think the best fight was the one with Helen Mirren. They were in like a garage or something. And
She was fighting all three of them or whatever.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The Shazamily. Yeah, that was some pretty brutal like takedowns.
Yeah, even the way he takes her out in there is awesome because she's like, I'm just as strong as you and I have the stamina of Atlas, and he's like, yeah, but you don't have, and then he like makes her hurt herself, like you don't have super speed. Whoa, what's up? Like that was awesome. That was badass looking. That's what I want to see. I want to see
grown ass men beat up on old ladies.
It's because Helen Mirren can take it. She whoop on most of them either way.
Helen Mirren is
without superpowers.
Is like a fine wine, man. She looks as good now as she did back then, and her acting, she gives I think one of the best like. Well, I think it's just because she's British. I don't know. They all have that Shakespearean like. Actorship, the way they're taught is very classical, and just she's good in the movie. This one takes a few years after the first Shazam, and he basically has to fight like the daughters of Atlas, played by Helen Mirren, Lucy Liu, and Rachel Zegler, from West Side Story, the new one. You're like, I don't know what that is.
I didn't even know she was in the movie.
You didn't know she was in Shazam?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her in the
trailers.
Yeah,
she's like all over the trailers because she's like the prettiest one, I guess.
No, I just remember seeing Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren.
But I liked this movie. I liked it. I would agree it's not as good as the first one because I think the way that you can't because the first one was way more focused because it focused on the friendship between Billy and Freddy. And how they were trying to see how Billy can use his powers as Shazam. It was basically big with superpowers.
Yeah.
And the way that one ended, he ended up giving his whole like foster siblings the same power, and so they all became superheroes. So the fact that there's like so many of them in this movie, but I think they did a good job in the fact that like look, even though there's a bunch of superheroes now, the family or whatever, the Shazamily. I think that they're like, well, our main people is Billy and Freddy. Like it's those two. Those are the characters. Everybody else is supporting. So I think they did a good job on focusing on that. But it wasn't as good as the first one, but I still had a lot of fun, and I think it was fun for like me being almost 4-year-old, guy, and my kids, and everything in between. Like it's a good family movie.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, it's a good. It has a lot of great moments. I think there was just too many people. I think there's too many people. And I think they were trying to do too much. I can tell you, I didn't care for any of the like, all for one and one for all. I didn't care for that. I understand why they did it, like for the end to be like, oh, you're so afraid of like getting left behind and all this and that. I don't think it was necessary to do that. Like I think if you wanted to do something like that, you could have done more with the kids, and them hanging out, and like just being like, like I think they did enough with Mary Marvel or Mary normal Mary, where she's like, look, you're gonna age out of this or whatever. I think they could have just done a little bit more scenes with like the family, but all the superheroes all at once, like I think there were just too much going on. They didn't know what to do, and they should have just done a more connection with him and his parent or his foster parents. It would have been just as effective.
I think, well, I guess I agree and disagree. I mean, I think the idea in the first one, he wants nothing to do with his foster family. Yeah. Because he was abandoned. He just wants to find his real mom and reunite with her, only to find out that his mom's a dick and that his foster family is his real family. And I like the idea that in this one, it's kind of reversed, and he's like, I actually have a family now, and I'm holding onto them so tightly that I'm not letting them be their own person. Like how Mary Marvel, she's 18, and she didn't go to college because she decided to stay with her family and fight, crime and stuff. And I like the idea. It's like he kind of has to let go, and I think that's why I think his arc works. My thing with this movie was, as much as I love the adult actors playing the kids, and I think a lot of them do great. Although there's still that disconnect between Zachary Levi's Shazam and Asher Angel. That's such a cool name, Asher Angel, mind freak. It's Billy. That Billy seems more mature.
Yeah, then Zachary Levi
is like, I'm a kid. But I think we talked about this and you didn't buy it. But I was like, because he has the powers of a god and he's basically a Superman, he feels so like confident that he lets all his like walls down. He lets his guard down. That's why he acts more like a kid, because when he's Billy, maybe he feels more like vulnerable. And when he's Shazam, he becomes like, yeah, I don't have to put my this matured like facade. I can just be me. Like I can be goofy. I can do whatever. I can enjoy being a kid because I'm in the body of a man. That sounds weird.
Yeah, I don't think it makes sense. Like I liked it in the first one. The first one was fine, but and here Billy seems completely grown up. Like he's super serious with all of them. Like even when he's talking to Freddy, he's like, "It's all of us or none of us." Like he's super serious, and then he's like, "Why don't you guys listen to me? Come on!"
When he's Shazam,
and it's like I love Zachary Levi, but it doesn't. It feels like they were given two completely different scripts, or he thinks he's a completely different person. And I think they were just doing too much. I would have rather had more of the kids, like the family, without the Shazam.
100%.
Like I think we just needed more of that. Even that scene at the beginning when they go and save like the bridge, or I guess they don't save the bridge, but
they save everybody.
Yeah, they save everyone. But even that one was
they still give him shit.
Yeah, they still give him shit. But where he's like, it seems like it's a great day in Philadelphia, and then everyone's like, oh, okay, we'll go. If they don't want to go, then they shouldn't go. Like it should have just been Freddy and Billy to go save the day, and maybe that would have also been like, I'm trying to keep us together, but everyone is trying to fall, like going their own way. It would have made more sense, I think, for that to happen. But I don't know, like it did hit some emotional parts for sure. Like that part when he calls her mom is great.
Yeah.
That it's a great moment.
I felt like it needed one more in between, because the whole thing was, when they go to save the bridge and they come up with the excuse like, oh, it's time. Yeah, it's like, oh, we should go outside and play, just so they can go save the day. Everybody says bye, mom, to the foster mom, except Billy's like, I forgot, Rosa, I think is her name.
Yeah,
it's like bye, Rosa, and and his foster is like, one day, he'll come around or whatever.
Yeah,
and at the ending, where you see, when he knows he has to fight, I think he's about to fight Lucy Liu by himself because all his family has lost the powers, and it's up to him. And the foster mom's like, she's talking to Zachary Levi, like, can I see your face, like your real face? And then he turns back to Billy.
Oh yeah, can I see my Billy?
Yeah, can I see my Billy?
Yeah, that's great.
And I was just getting all emotional. I was just like, and then when he's like, she hugs him, because it doesn't matter if you're blood or not. That's your kid. Like, you adopted him, or you're fostering them. And then he's like,
been like 6 years since the last one. So.
Yeah. and then he's like, okay, like, thanks, mom. And then he's like, oh, mi corazón me duele, but in a good way. But yes, I felt bad because I think Asher Angel is a good actor.
He's badass. No, he's freaking great.
But he was not in this movie. He was not in this movie. It's like, and I don't remember how much he was in the first one, because I know it was like Freddy and Zachary Levi's character as Shazam, but like he's hardly in this movie, and it's like, he has acting chops. Like,
he's great. He's really like he could be a Tim Drake. I think he's great. Like, he's a Robin. He's great. Like, he's super good at everything. Yeah. He's really good. He's a great kid.
Yeah, all the kids in this movie are great. Yeah, they all bring it. Darla, everybody is wonderful. I think my favorite parts and were the ones where you see like at the ending when they bring all the magical creatures, and it's up to the kids to like when they have to go get the what do you call them, the unicorns, and like taste the rainbow, yeah.
They have some. A lot of the horror, Sandberg,
yeah, David Sandberg, yeah.
All the horror element stuff that he did in there was
that
great.
Beginning.
What was the beginning? I remember
they're in the museum. And Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu.
There's no superhero called Peacemaker.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, the janitor comes out. And we're like, how can he be in two different things? Like, it's his brother, or he got a job, and because he did say he went to MIT, so maybe he became a museum.
That sucks, and then he died.
And then the fact that they turned everybody to first, they do like this weird zombie thing where like Lucy Liu whispers in their ear and their eyes turn black and they're like jumping on top of people, and it looks like a zombie virus. Like 28 days later, and then everybody turns to stone and dies.
Yeah.
And then what was it? Didn't Gabriel get scared?
Yeah, Gabriel's like, "Is this Shazam?"
my 6-year-old kid, and then you're like, "Oh, it's all right, it's all right." It's just, because that's Sandberg has those like horror roots, and
that was great.
And I think he knows how to balance. He's like Sam Raimi. He knows how to balance the scary with the funny.
Yeah. No, I think it's a really fun movie. I didn't care at all for like Gal Gadot in it.
Oh, we're jumping right to the end.
Well, I'm just saying, like, there's just some stuff I think didn't hit, and I think that was one of them.
Screw the freaking marketing people and their freaking desperation. I mean, it didn't help in the long run anyway. Because like we said, I think the movie I don't even know if it's made like $50 million.
That sucks. I don't understand. I really don't understand.
A lot of the reviews were bad, and it's like, were you watching the same movie? Like, look, we'll talk about like Marvel and things that don't work or whatever, but like everyone talk crap about Ant-Man 3, and that movie made like at least $200 million, I think, and this movie, which is again a family movie, it has action for the adults, it has like comedy for the kids. It was like a Ray Harryhausen movie with like all the mythological Grecian creatures, and yet nobody went to go see it. And I don't know if that had to do with like Black Adam, if people even like realize that those two characters are kind of connected. I don't understand what movie they saw that I didn't. I'm not, again, because I like we said, it's not my favorite. The first one I think is better. It's a little more focused, but this one was bigger and a lot, I think, had more fun and was able to play with more characters.
I think,
and it had its heart in the right place.
I think if anything, the only reason it doesn't work is I think maybe it should have been a mini series or something, like, so you can focus on everyone a little bit.
It feels like
longer.
If this was a Disney Plus, like if I could see a Disney Plus version of Shazam, like how they did Miss Marvel. Like, it would have been maybe a good as a show.
I think it would have been great that way, so you could focus on all of them, all the kids and stuff. Because I think we needed more kids in there, like, because they're great, they're really great, and I don't think we had enough of them. I think like Freddy's character, he has a really good arc in this one, and I think it could have been explored a lot more. But like that was one of my favorite scenes where, because I guess he likes the daughter of Atlas or whatever.
Oh, the youngest one.
Yeah, and like there's that dragon who creates fear. It just builds fear
within you, yeah.
And that's what it does. And he's fighting it off. And everyone's like, how the hell are you fighting this off?
How is this kid doing this?
Like, that was awesome. And then, like, when it's trying to kill the daughter of Atlas, like, she's afraid. And he walks over to her and he just starts yelling at the dragon.
Like, little crippled leg, and he's just on his crutch trying to, like, get to her. And
that's
it's just
awesome. Like, he fought fear.
Yeah.
What? That's awesome. Like,
because it's the power of love.
That was really cool. It was really fun.
He had a lot of great moments. Because I think, ever since he was in It, he's, I think, one of the breakout stars of It. He's one of the main players in the first Shazam. But like him and how do you say his first name? Give us the free.
Jaimin?
Jaimin's
awesome in here.
He is so good in this movie.
Yeah, he's great in everything.
Yeah, he's great in everything. Everybody put him more in your goddamn movies and
Oh.
don't kill him off.
Yeah, stop killing him off. Just
God
because
damn.
you can't kill Sean Bean
Yeah,
anymore doesn't mean you
man.
need to
He
kill
ain't
Simon.
no black Sean Bean. I was like Sean Bean. Sean Bean. Yeah, like,
Not yet.
yeah, man. Fucking Gladiator. This. Come on. That's why I hated the A Quiet Place Part 2 because he comes
dies
out
for
only
no
to die.
reason. For
He
no
dies.
reason,
You
yeah.
see him and you're like, yes, because he's such a good character actor. And when you see him on screen, he's one of those people like, yes, I love this guy. I can't wait to see what he does. Oh, he just came out to die.
Yeah,
And
that
he's
was-
black. Oh, of course. And it's just like, dude, come on. But they gave him so much stuff to do with Freddy and like that whole like, what is your name? And he's like, Freddy's like, Jim or Jeff. And it's
Yeah.
just like he just
So
keeps,
where did you even get that
yeah,
from?
it's like, he keeps fucking with him. It's just so good. And they gave him something to do, and he survived the movie.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, and it's part of me was like, he should have just turned into Papa Midnight at the ending.
Man, Papa Midnight's badass. You ready? No.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so good.
Awesome.
But he's great in this movie, and I think he had fun because he's like, I get, like, he's been around since like Amistad, I think was his first movie, no?
I don't know.
And
Well,
like,
that's a good movie.
that's like 1998, and he still gets treated like he's like brand new, like they pay him like a 2-bit actor, you know? And it's
yeah,
like,
I don't understand how he almost signed the Blood Diamond. He
yeah,
did Gladiator.
and he didn't, I don't think he even got nominated for Blood Diamond.
Oh, he didn't?
I know
That's a slap in the
I
face.
think DiCaprio did. I don't think he got
No
anything.
way,
I think they
DiCaprio
told
got
him.
nominated.
Yeah, he got nominated for that.
For a Blood Diamond?
For Blood Diamond.
He's
Not Hansu. He didn't get. I don't think. I'm pretty sure he didn't get nominated.
Leo's accent.
Even though
in there
he- yeah.
is the worst accent I've ever
What
heard.
is it? Is it bling? What is it? Bling bling, and this is
Yeah.
bling bang.
Yeah, in your country it's bling bling. Here we go bling bang.
Look, I like Leo. He's cool, whatever. But Hansu is like the heart of that fucking movie.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He elevates everything he's in.
Yeah, it makes you
Um,
want to cry for no reason.
Yeah, and yeah,
or for every reason.
but yeah, I think. But going back to the kids, yeah, I feel like they weren't in it as much, and the moments that they were good. And again, I like the adult Shazam Lee. But yeah, this movie I thought had a lot of heart. I especially like Pedro's little arc where he's like the overweight one, and so when he becomes like Shazam, he's the more muscular guy. And like his whole thing is that he's in the closet, and then at the ending of the when they start the third act and they're running away from like
We gotta tell the truth and be honest.
yeah, when that scene is so good when they run into the parents' room and they're like, "What the hell? Where are all these superheroes here?" And it's like, yeah, what is it?
Like, we gotta tell the truth and be honest. And then everyone's like, "Where's Shazam? I'm gay." And then Zachary Levi answers that awesome. Like, yeah, we know, buddy. That's so good.
So sweet. Like it's like, yeah, it's cool, and it's like, oh, I love that. It was just so like, again, it's heartwarming. This movie is heartwarming. Lucy Liu is good in it, but Lucy Liu, you get Lucy Liu to chew up the scenery. I think like she's just there to like do the scowl from Ally McBeal, and like
Yeah.
just say, "I'm going to kill you," and you love it, but Helen Mirren is also really good and has like everyone seems to have a little arc in this movie.
Yeah. Everyone has a little story. It just needed to be more focused.
Yeah,
Or it needed to be a 4-hour movie.
yeah. It's just Helen Mirren was good because she's like she's the oldest one, and she's like, we want like to avenge our father and get the powers back, and then she ends up helping them at the ending
Yeah.
after Lucy Liu goes like power mad, and it's always the middle one.
Yeah.
And so it was good.
Well, see, that's the worst. I'm telling you, that's the worst part because nothing happens after she goes crazy and power hungry. She just gets on a wooden dragon, and that's it.
That wooden dragon looked cool.
I mean, sure, but she didn't fight anyone.
You're
Like
right.
even
like
when
there wasn't like what's next. It's like you're just gonna stay in this bubble.
yeah, like even Captain Marvel or Shazam or whatever, he's like obviously doing something. He's like attacking the bubble, and Lucy Liu just like, I wonder what you're up to.
Yeah.
I guess we'll figure it out sooner. Like she's not even attacking him.
Yeah.
Like she should have fought him. That would have been great. He should have like Shazammed, thunderclapped the hell out of that dragon, and it should have been Lucy Liu versus Shazam. That would have been awesome. But they didn't do anything.
I'm not gonna lie. I got a little emotional where he basically the ending it's him versus Lucy Liu, and they they figure the only way to beat her is to charge up the staff that gave them their powers, and he basically blows himself up at that stadium. Was it Fenway Park Stadium? And he dies. Like, they kill him off, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And part of me was like, stay dead. Like his, I think Billy's arc was the first one, he needed to accept family, and the second one, he needed to learn when to let go. And just because you let go doesn't mean that you're not family still. So when I was like, arc fucking completed, like, you did it, like, you this works. But of course, it doesn't say it like that. And then, like you said, Wonder Woman, was it douche ex demigod machina? She comes, they bury him, only for Wonder Woman, like, I love that. I love that thing.
No.
I love it.
It's terrible.
It is terribly placed in that, because that is such a sad. They're like, they buried their son and their brother, and all he's like.
I mean, that whole scene was terrible. I think, like, they really buried a boy.
Yeah.
And then Wonder Woman's like, not all the gods are dead. Why didn't you come before we started digging the goddamn hole?
Yeah, you could have saved us the trouble of burying and seeing our son be placed 6 feet underneath.
That's insane. Oh, I hate. What is that?
That's the greatest. That is one of the greatest themes. I don't care.
No, it's.
But they could have done like a nice, like,
a majestic one.
Yeah.
What she should have always had. She's Wonder Woman.
She's warrior. She can have both.
Yeah, she can have both, but the main one should be a majestic song. Now,
I did, yeah. It was fun seeing her, which is probably gonna be the last time we see her.
Well, that shouldn't be the case, but yeah, I mean,
it
that
shouldn't
sucks.
be. I did like the joke that they did again, that Henry Cavill one, because they couldn't get him in the first Shazam, and so they didn't show his head.
Yeah.
And then this one where they continued the gag because he's dreaming that Shazam's dreaming that he's on a date with Wonder Woman. And it turns out to be Hansu's face.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Billy, you idiot.
Oh, that part was good. That Peacemaker stuff with James Gunn's wife and Steve Agee.
I don't even know their like Haddoncourt and Harcourt and Galapagos or something. Yeah, that was such. But it was a
Economist.
Yeah, something like that. Economos. I think, yeah,
John Economist, or yeah.
There was 2 tags at the ending of this movie. One of them, it was the Peacemaker duo.
What's this guy's obsession with Wonder Woman? Is this guy serious?
They're good. They're funny together. And then that's so weird because you just see Shazam is just like shooting bottles with his fingers, and it's like, how old are you? Like, not even a 17-year-old would be doing this. That's like a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
But they're like, yeah, hey, we just want to know if you want to join the Justice, and they're like, yep, we'll do it. And it's like, society's like, what the hell is that? It's like, but I think
what the hell is even that? Chill, daddy.
Yeah. And then so then they continue the gag where it's like, why would you have 2 teams named Justice or have Justice in the title? And then it goes on saying like, oh, what about the Authority, and which is basically what we're gonna end up getting soon. And then what was it? Oh, Avengers, right? It's like, and then what about this one, the Avengers? I don't know why I like it. Yeah. But it's good. So it was cute. It was funny, but I did feel like, again, and I guess you don't want, it's a kid's movie and you don't want the kid to die, unless it's the Bridge to Terabithia. Oh, did you watch that movie?
No.
Because I just ruined it for you.
You did.
Oh, did you watch My Girl? Because Macaulay Culkin gets killed by bees in that one. His glasses, he can't see without his glasses. He's dead.
Like he's in pain. No, he's dead. He's not in pain.
He's not in pain. He's fine. There's nothing in there. He's embalmed. But because Billy in the movies, he's a Superman fan, even though he doesn't really like show it. Besides the fact that I think they mentioned a few times, but he basically did the Superman thing. Like he even flew the same way. Just like Henry Cavill's Superman did when he went to go kill Doomsday with that spear or whatever. It was like, oh, wow, it's almost coming full circle for him because he emulates his favorite superhero, and he's even sacrificing himself the way that Superman would without like without a doubt. You know, like if it's the best way to do it, it's the way he's gonna do it. But but yeah, it was fun seeing Wonder Woman. I don't know if that scene really worked. And then what was the last one? The
Mark Strong.
Oh, Mark Strong. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My beard's grown out.
Yeah, because I figured. Yeah, I think Sandberg said that they wanted to have the worm, Mr. Mind, be in this one. He was the one that orchestrated the whole thing, but then he said that the movie was already like too stuffed with characters that it just felt like we wanted to pay something off and maybe tease like a third one. Which yeah, the little worm comes out and Mark Strong's been in jail for like 2-3 years. And he's like, "Where the hell have you been?" It's like, "I've been planning for our master plan." And it's like, "Okay, what is it?" It's something. Let me just go back. I forgot something. It's like, no, no, no. Because it's a worm. It goes super slow. And that's like the end of the scene. It's funny.
It was a funny scene.
But yeah, it sucks because I at least want to see one more. I do hope, and especially I wanted to be more focused on the kids because those kids are growing up quick. Like Mary Marvel, the actress who played her adult version, wasn't in this one because Mary Marvel was already like her character is 18, so she's like technically an adult. So she played both versions of the character. People were complaining like, how come no one can tell, it's her because she doesn't wear a mask or anything? And I'm like, it's magic, bro. Like it's magic. Like you don't have to overthink things. But costumes looked great in this one. I think it was an upgrade from the first one. Although the first one was nice because they look goofy and very cartoony, like very 1930s inspired. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of sad because I don't know if they're gonna make a third one. Even Sandberg was like, "I'm done." Like everyone was bombarding him with your movie sucks, and it's like
that's terrible.
Yeah, it's like don't be that. I know we talk crap and we laugh and stuff, but like we're not gonna go follow someone and be like, "Hey, your movie sucks. You're a fucking asshole." It's like no.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do that to that
French guy.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh,
that
who are you talking
about? Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh, Johannes Roberts.
Man, see that movie sucks, but I'm not gonna go to his house and throw eggs at it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, "Hey, you asshole."
It's not like he was the first person to make a terrible Resident Evil movie.
Yeah, he won't be the last.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what it was. I don't know. What do you think made it like no one wanted to see it?
I think people are tired of superhero movies.
You think so? You think in general?
I mean, I also think it was marketed pretty badly.
I think it was marketed really bad. Oh, and screw you, marketing people, for showing Wonder Woman. Like again, desperation. You showed her in the thing. I was like just watching one of my shows on YouTube or something, and then that preview came out. I was not expecting her to show up, and that's the end of the movie. Like you just showed us the end of the movie. Like what the hell?
I didn't know she was gonna come out.
I hadn't known until I saw her in that preview. I was like, what the?
But yeah, I don't. I mean, well, people want to go see Ant-Man, so I don't know. But I wasn't. I can wait for Ant-Man to come. I'm sure it's gonna come out in like 2 weeks.
I think it comes out. It might come out like later this month on Disney or early May. Shazam is already. I think you can buy or you can rent or something. I'm sure it'll probably be on HBO Max pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the movie. I was more excited to see this than Ant-Man. I haven't seen Ant-Man, but I'm pretty sure it's better than Ant-Man as well.
That's actually what a lot of people said. Like, which again, I don't like. I feel like all the mainstream ones were complaining like this is a movie for kids. It was like, yeah, because there's kids in the movie, but it's not like there's not things you can enjoy as an adult. Like there's scary moments, there's action-packed moments. There's adults or there's jokes for adults. There's like it hits all the quadrants and it feels like it should have worked. But
I think the problem with DC is they're also like they need to fight their way from like mediocrity and disappointment.
Because like it shouldn't be that hard, but it is for them.
For them because they started at like
such
all of their movies weren't great. So, like, when they're making another one, people are like, oh, it's another DC. Who's Shazam? I don't know. He's some hero. He's a ripoff of Superman, but he's not Superman. Oh, we're not going to watch it. I think that's how, like, no one cares for DC because DC doesn't have the best track record, and no one wants to see a ripoff, quote-unquote, of Superman.
Yeah.
So that's why it's harder for them to fight back and, like, be like, yo, no, this is a good movie.
Do you think also it has to do with the fact that, like, this quote unquote Snyderverse is ending, and they're doing like the DCU with James Gunn? Like, well, this doesn't count. Like, this doesn't even matter anymore because this is part of the old. Like, this was made part of the old regime, and that we're not getting chapter 1 until Superman. Technically, Superman Legacy comes out. So it's like, do we care? Do we not care? Should we care? It's a lame duck. Like, it doesn't matter.
I mean, maybe I don't maybe I don't know if a lot of people know too much. Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe I'm not giving people too much credit, but I don't know if people care too much. I mean, I know that the Gunverse, even though he doesn't want it to be called that or anything, is like, yeah, it's starting with Superman, but I'm still gonna watch Shazam. I still want to see Aquaman too.
Yeah.
Even if they won't be part of the next thing, but like, I don't know. It shouldn't matter. It's a good movie.
If nothing we watch matters, all that matters is what we watch.
Yeah.
So, I'm quoting Joss Whedon there.
Oh, garbage Sweden.
That's a good quote from Angel, though. Nothing we do matters. The only thing that matters is what we do.
Yeah. Well, Joss Whedon, go eat it. I hate Joss Whedon. But April was full of a bunch of movies.
March?
March was full
lousy
of
smart weather.
But, I don't know. People got, but then people couldn't have gotten tired because Dungeons and Dragons got a bunch of money, right?
Yeah, they
beat out John Wick, didn't it?
Yeah, John Wick won its weekend. Shazam had also won its weekend, but not at like, I think it made like 10 million, like between $5 and $10 million less than it did the first movie. And then John Wick got a bunch of money, and that's a rated R movie. And then we got Dungeons and Dragons, which you saw. How was well, I think, look, I think I gave Shazam 3 pineapples out of 5. Solid movie for your family. If you have kids, watch it. And if you just like want to watch something lighthearted, I would say go for it. I think it's good to do. But what would you want to give? We can talk about.
It's worth a watch for sure. I think it was a fun time. I think it's a good movie. I like all the actors. I don't think there was anything bad. I just wanted more of it.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing, and I mean that's not even a bad thing. It's good because I wanted more. So I recommend it. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I don't think it's the best movie of all time, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It hit what it needed to hit. All the actors were great. It was written well. It was directed well.
Yeah, the funny parts were funny. The emotional beats were emotional, and the scary moments were scary.
Yeah, it did everything it needed to do as a film should.
Yeah. All right, well, that was our Shazam review. Do you want to talk a little about Dungeons and Dragons? Because you saw that.
No, well, you haven't seen it. So.
It doesn't matter. I mean, you don't have to go into detail. It's just, I saw John Wick. I gave that one. I think I gave it 4 pineapples. But I'm waiting for you to watch it. Albert saw it. He didn't like it. I think he said it wasn't his favorite one, or it was probably the worst out of the 4. I think I really liked it. I thought this one they had more fun with it. If you haven't seen John Wick, go watch John Wick.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is awesome.
Man, that guy's so nice. That guy seems like so nice. But yeah, with Dungeons and Dragons, you saw it. You took Natalie.
Yeah,
and she enjoyed it.
I'm glad she enjoyed. I didn't think she was gonna like it too much because I was watching. I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's a fine movie. Like it's very, I think, by the numbers. Like, if you've seen a movie, you've seen this movie. Yeah.
The way you make it sounds like it's a 2-star or a 2 pineapple out of 5 movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I think you said, like, Princess Bride. I was looking for Princess Bride and Lord of the Rings having a baby, and this was the movie.
Yeah.
And it's not Princess Bride, and it's not Lord of the... Like, I'll watch Princess Bride 100 times over this one.
Oh, yeah. As you wish.
And so that's kind of this, because I thought, like, this is going to be the new Princess Bride. It's going to be the new fantastical, like, it's going to be the new Harry Potter, the new Lord of the Rings. It's going to be the new fantastical, awesome, like
carving its own niche because it's has all that magical medieval fantasy type stuff. But we don't really have, like, something with a comedic bent.
Yeah.
Like family adventure, almost like a Mummy.
Like if Narnia was good.
It is good.
I
like
don't
the first
remember.
one.
Because the first one has James McAvoy in
Did
it.
you know the movies are about like Jesus?
Yeah, I think the lion is a god or something. Liam Neeson is God. Is what the
Oh no, everybody knows Morgan Freeman is God. So,
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, everyone does good in this movie. Like everyone does a good job. It just doesn't seem like, I don't know who directed this movie.
John Francis Sweets from Bones,
Sweet.
from
Yeah.
Freaks and Geeks, and I don't know his partner. I don't
Oh.
mean like his gay partner. I mean like his directing partner, writing partner. I
See,
mean, if they want to be gay, go for it. Everyone be happy.
Maybe if this was given to like Guillermo del Toro, I would have been more down. Like,
Oh, well, that would have been just like this dark epic fantasy.
yeah, that's why. But like with comedic beats in it.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah,
So that's why I wanted that. I wanted to see an awesome what we see in Stranger Things, the Demogorgon,
Yeah.
or these crazy awesome monsters. I watched some of the there's people who play Dungeons and Dragons that are all like voice actors, video game voice actors or whatever. Then they play their own Dungeons and Dragons. And the way that one of them describes it, like he's always the dungeon master, and he's like, okay, so then you guys are on a ship. What do you guys want to do? And he's like, okay, we're going to take 3 paces this way. And they go there, and then he's like, and then you hear the creaking on the boat, and something snarls up the side of the boat, and you see its talons come across, and then you see 1 head, 2 head, 3 head, 4 heads come out of the water, and it's a hydra, and it's snarling at you, and it wants to eat you, and it has 7 eyes, and it sounds awesome. I want to see these monsters. I want to see them fight these monsters, and they don't really fight anything. They fight an owl bear, which is cool. Those things that looks cool. And then they fight a dragon. That's like, okay,
was that owlbear hopped up on cocaine?
maybe.
Yeah.
Cocaine owl bear.
Was it be like mead? In
Yeah.
the universe?
I like that. And then they fight like a priest, and it's like the priest is the main bad guy.
Wow.
That's
What are they trying to say about Catholicism?
Yeah. So again, everyone does a good job. Chris Pine is hilarious, although Chris Pine, no offense, but I think he's a doppelganger of Jason Bateman. He sounds like him. He looks like him at some points.
Yeah.
He has the same humor, the same cadences. He sounds exactly
They
like
have
Jason
that
Bateman.
dry wit. Well, he's in Horrible Bosses Part 2. You should watch that movie and see if you're like, wait, which one is which?
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, do the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatchamacallit does a great job. Michelle Rodriguez, I love seeing her outside of the Fast movies as well.
Yeah, she hasn't come out in anything in forever.
Yeah, I don't know what the last thing is. Probably Navi 1.
Oh, she said that she didn't want to be in the sequels. Cameron's like, I'll bring you back, and he's like, no. What's the point? Although I did think her reasoning was kind of funny because she's like, I died. If you bring me back, there's no stakes. Whereas, but she's in another franchise where everybody who seems to die comes back to life.
Well, it's because it's a simulation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's great in there. The girl's from It, right?
Yeah, the redhead.
Yeah, she's really good in there. The guy from Jurassic Park's, he's good. He's fine.
Isn't his name Jaden Smith or something? Jaden something? Something Smith?
I don't know.
It's one of those. He either has the same first name as Jaden or his last name Smith or something. From Detective Pikachu.
Oh yeah.
Does that guy not grow up? I
No.
feel like he's been the same age for 10 years already.
He's forcing himself. He's using magic.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Hugh Grant is fine. I like him a lot. I started liking him a lot again recently when he came out in The Gentleman and
the Guy Ritchie movies.
the Guy Ritchie movies. He's been a lot of fun.
I
I also liked him a lot in that. Oh yeah. Did you see that interview they had with him and Knives Out or whatever, where they asked him about Knives Out?
No.
I guess they asked him
because he's in the second one, right?
Yeah, for 5 seconds. Yeah. So they asked him so how was it working on Knives Out? I was like, I don't know. And he's like, what do you mean you don't know? He's like, I was in there for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Was it a good time? I was like, I don't know what to tell you. He just walks away.
Yeah, he's done that because I think he did that to a reporter during the Oscars. They're like, oh, so what are you wearing? He's like, my suit. It's
yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care that, and it's just it's his British humor or whatever. Yeah, because I think in another interview they're like, so how did you like being in Knives Out? And he's like, well, I was married to James Bond, so I guess that's a good thing. So it's like, yeah.
Yes, I mean he does a good job. I don't think it was written exceptionally well.
Do you think it's a movie people should watch in theaters, or do you think it should be like you can just catch it on whatever streaming service comes out?
I mean, I'm a big fan of of watching it in theaters. I think that, and I don't want to like not have anyone get paid or like have them not make a second one, but it seems like it did well enough to make a second one already.
Yeah, I think they're already making a second one. I think word of mouth has been, even if it doesn't make a ton of money, I think that word of mouth was pretty good. That they'll be like, yeah, we'll make another one.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I will say, I think the movie got better as it went on. The beginning was fine. It was all fine. And then I think the fight at the end is really, really good. And that other guy who comes out, and I don't know who that guy is.
The sexy black dude that all the women love from Bridgerton?
I guess. I don't know. But that guy's awesome.
The guy is the one with the sword?
Yeah.
Rene Jean Juji or something?
Yeah.
He's in the
Jean
Gray Man.
Yeah,
he's in the Gray Man. I think he's good in the Gray Man.
He's in the Gray Man?
He's a dick in the Gray Man. He's the main antagonist. He's the guy with the glasses.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that guy's he's Drax in this movie. He's like super dry and like he doesn't understand anything.
Humor or something, yeah.
Like Michelle Rodriguez is like, man, he's a son of a bitch, and he's like, so you blame his mother? And it's like, no, that's just an expression I don't understand.
Yeah.
But he's great. He does a good job. They do some cool stuff in the movie. I don't think it's as great. Like, I was expecting it to be mind blowing. Yeah. And it wasn't. I haven't had a crazy fantastical adventure since I don't remember one.
See, I think again, I don't know how you're gonna feel when you see the John Wick, because I felt like that one. I was happy I saw it in theaters. Like, I felt like it needed to be seen in theaters. And I really enjoyed it. That movie's it's like 3 hours long, and I just enjoyed it. Just because I thought this one found a sense of humor in it, and like Donnie Yen is great in it.
Donnie Yen's great in everything.
Oh yeah, but it's just,
he's 60 years old.
I will say that,
and he looks younger than me.
He is there's one thing where I was like, oh, they did that because of it, man. He does and just for like half a second, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I felt, yeah, but I think that's it. I don't know, anything else? This one, I think we went pretty long on this. This is like almost 2 hours.
Well, we need to make it another 45 minutes long so it could be as long as John Wick.
I was practicing how to do like the John Wick, like, yeah.
He always does that.
Yeah, this one he tries to have more sense, like, okay,
I was on a bus.
Yeah. I'm taller.
Yeah.
Hey, dude. So yeah, we love talking like Keanu Reeves. But all right, I think that was it. Thank you guys. Do you want to add anything else?
I don't know.
Guys, don't get sick. If you do, take some emergency, take your medicine.
Go watch Shazam. Stop making Sandberg feel bad.
Yeah, don't be dicks.
He's a good guy.
We're already dicks to everybody.
Yeah.
Don't be dicks. Enjoy John Wick. Enjoy Shazam. Enjoy Creed. Enjoy Dungeons and Dragons.
Or Evil Dead Rise is coming out.
Yeah.
Guy Ritchie's The Covenant's coming out.
Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to see that with my buddy Juan, who I haven't seen in like 20 years. So that'll be fun. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, well, I love you guys. Thank you for listening. And we'll see.
Love is a strong word. Or is that hate?
No,
one of them is both. A strong word.
It's like, love is a strong word. Is it the right word? That's from cinematic classic Boss Baby. Or is it Baby Boss? Baby Boss? Boss Baby.
Boss Baby.
Baby Boss?
Boss Baby.
Boss Baby. Baby.
Boss Baby.
Bye.
I shot somebody.
We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.